Hey, it's Jeffrey,
And Elizabeth.
and our ministry is now called the 4 Minute Devo. What do you think, Elizabeth?
Sounds catchy.
Now, that picture is Frankston Beach, and that's what you see if you stand on the front steps of St. Paul's here in Frankston. Today, I'm talking about the woman of sorrow, Phoenicia, who came to Jesus with a very large problem.
Jesus left that place and went to the vicinity of Tyre. He entered a house and did not want anyone to know it. Yet he could not keep his presence secret. In fact, as soon as she heard about him, a woman whose little daughter was possessed by an impure spirit came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, born in Syrian Phoenicia. She begged Jesus to drive the demon out of her daughter. "First, let the children eat all they want," he told her, "for it is not right to take the children's bread and toss
Oh,
it to the
that's
dogs."
harsh. That's harsh.
"Lord," she replied, "even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs."
Good comeback.
Then he told her, "For such a reply you may go. The demon has left your daughter." She went home and found her child lying on the bed and the demon gone.
This is a really good lesson in faith. In fact, this story has 4 lessons in faith. And the first lesson is that faith does not give up because the problem is too big. This woman had a daughter who was possessed by an evil spirit and she couldn't drive it out. Now, we know that evil does 3 things. It torments you, it oppresses you, it causes you to become addicted to different things. And yet, despite the enormity of her problem, she didn't give up. And then, of course, we can see from Matthew chapter 15, where there is the same story, that Jesus didn't even answer her. You want to read that?
Faith does not give up when God is silent.
There will be times in your life when God is silent. Guess what? Don't
Why
give up.
is there a dog on
Well, do
there?
you remember he said it's not right to toss the children's bread to the dogs? That's the image I had in my mind. Lesson number 3 is that faith does not give up when God's people get in the way. Have you noticed in the gospel sometimes the disciples look like right dills, don't they? And in Matthew 15, where this story is also found, would you like to read that, Elizabeth?
So his disciples came to him and urged him, "Send her away, for she keeps crying out after us."
Disciples, they had their own agenda. This woman was not Jewish, and so they didn't see that she was important. But she was important to God, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Lesson number 4 is this: faith does not give up when you have to argue with God before you receive his help. Now, Jacob in the Old Testament, do you remember, Elizabeth? He fought with the Lord, didn't he?
You
He
did.
wrestled with
You
him,
did.
and he said, I'm not letting you go until...
You bless me.
That's right, and that's what this woman said. Don't give up. God is strengthening your faith. He is showing you how large or small your faith is, and that really he is on your side. Doesn't look like it there, but he is on your side. Faith is the ability to see what the world is blind to. There's not a small amount of love in God's heart. There is not a small amount of supply in God's help. He is a God of abundance.
First, let the children eat all they want, he told her, for it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs.
And she said, Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs. In other words, she could see there was an abundance in God's blessing. The food was falling off the table. The Lord's dogs are well looked after, let me say that. So there was enough blessing, there was enough provision, there was enough love so that Jesus could bless even a Greek woman. So here's my conclusion. This is what faith looks like. It doesn't give up, and neither should you.